Hello everyone and welcome to Johnny's Games channel. And today we have an episode of Is It Worth a Damn? A show where I review a game I have been playing and tell you if it's worth the time and money to play. Or, like so many other games, drop it in your Steam library during a sale and forget that it's there. If you find this review helpful and want to see more, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Also follow me on Twitch where I play the games that I review for this channel. On today's episode, I will be talking about Escape from Tarkov, an FPS by Battlestate Games that has an extreme focus on realism. Gameplay in Tarkov is performed in raids. In these raids, you are given two options: either take your main character or take a scav. When taking a main character, you take gear that you have either saved up from previous raids or gear that you have purchased. This gear can be insured before entering the map. This allows your gear to be returned to you by the insurer if you were killed during the raid. But be warned, the insurer takes a long time to return gear, and if another player loots your body and makes it off the map with your equipment, it's lost forever. The alternative to taking your main character is taking a scav. Scavs carry a loadout of random gear. If you can make it through the map and to one of the exits with the gear, you get to keep it. If you fail, then you get experience depending on what you did on the map before you died. Now, let's get into what it means to actually play Tarkov. The main gameplay is in the form of raids, where you are dropped off on a map of your choosing. There are no markers on the maps. There are no indicators on where to go. You will be able to push O to bring up a list of exits. These exits are not always the same in every raid, and are always different between scavs and main characters. Also, you are not given a paper map to see where you are going. Depending on the map you choose to enter, will determine the amount of time you have to find the exits and make your way there. These can range from 15 minutes all the way up to 45 minutes. Some of the exits will have conditions in order to use them, leaving you frustrated if you find an exit only to discover you cannot meet the requirements to use it. While making your way to an exit, you can fight scav bots or other players, but be warned, combat in this game is not like Call of Duty. A single gunshot to the stomach can easily mean death, as you slowly either starve to death or thirst to death. Bleeding and broken bones are also a problem you must deal with in the game, so making sure to bring braces and bandages is a must, because bleeding to death or having to limp to an exit is never fun. Aside from the gunfights, you also need to search the map for loot. These can be found in hidden stashes, cabinets, pockets, or the dead bodies around the map. The items found in these raids can be used for trading, selling for money, or used to complete tasks. One other aspect of the game is a hideout, which is a dynamic of the game where you can improve gear, make weapons, or increase cargo slots. Most of the hideout upgrades rely on you completing side quests for the in-game traders and collecting items during raids. Tasks are given out to you by traders in the game. At first you will only have 2, but as you progress, more and more will open to you. These tasks can be a change from the monotony of raids, but can also be very challenging. When first playing the game, you will find out the game has no tutorial, and everything is up to the player to figure out. So if you have never played the game before, or don't have anyone to guide you, you may get frustrated learning the ins and outs. The system does not have a way of separating low-level players from higher-level ones. This is really a problem for someone who is just starting out with a game, as higher-level players have access to better gear and weapons. And unlike other FPS games, gear really makes a difference in Tarkov. This can lead to a lot of frustration and anger for newer and unexperienced players who are just getting started but can't seem to get a leg up. Now, the game does have a dynamic to help with this. It's called a wipe. Basically, everyone starts back at zero and builds their way back up. This allows new players to have a fairly even footing with experienced players. The only issue is a new player will still need to learn the maps and the exits, and an experienced player, though level 1, already knows where to go and what to do. The multiplayer system can be quite the challenge, as there are no friend indicators and no built-in voice chat into the game, and friendly fire is very much turned on. So if you end up running with someone who you are not able to communicate with via voice chat, there is a high possibility that you will end up killing each other. And now let's talk about price and figure out if it's actually worth a damn. Escape from Tarkov is currently listed as closed beta, but sells like a complete game and is priced like one as well, with the standard edition starting at a ridiculous $44.99, which is almost as high as most AAA game titles. Now, the standard edition comes with some gear that you're probably going to lose in the first game before you figure out how to actually play, but it will get you started. The Left Behind edition starts at $74.99 and comes with some more gear and items, and a slightly larger storage area, about the size of 2 rifles. The Prepare for Escape edition comes with much better gear, more items, a good standing with the traders, so they give you better prices, but it'll also run you about $100. And the final edition, the Edge of Darkness Limited Edition, is going to run you an eye-watering $139, in exchange for some of the best gear in the game, as well as all future DLC releases and a unique game ID. Okay, let's get down to brass tacks. Escape from Tarkov. Is it worth a damn? Is it worth the $139 version? No, not at all. And here's why. The game is still in closed beta. When I was growing up, you got paid to play a closed beta. Now games are wanting you to pay them for the privilege of playing a buggy game. This game does have a lot of bugs in it. They're not as obvious. I don't run into them as often as I do with even Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I run into bugs all the time in that game. But in this game, the bugs really hurt. I'm going to show you a clip right now of a game I played earlier where I killed 2 scavs. That's not necessarily a feat, but 2 scavs against 1 person who's playing with really crappy gear, it takes some work. I killed both scavs, and then the bodies disappeared. That was a lot of work and effort that went to waste. Here's the clip. Where's my exit? Factory gate. Can't use that one. I can use RUAF roadblock or west border. Okay, that's a friendly scav. No! I can't tell if that was a friendly. Shit! I hate this gun. Okay. Where's the guy that I shot? Oh, okay. What do I got? Health. Left arm is blood loss. Where the hell did he go? Alright, I know I shot him. Where did he go? Oh, he was by a tree. He was... I think that was a scav, too. Okay. The fuck? The guy was standing right here. I shot him. Did it glitch out? God damn it. That was a freaking gunfight. I killed both of them, and now they're gone. What the fuck? Seriously? Now I'm out of... As you can see, that was annoying. Running into something like that can really kill the game. Especially if you've paid $139 for it. Now, the $44.99 version is more in line with what I'd be willing to pay for a fully released version of a game. Minor bugs I can deal with when I'm paying $44.99. I'll be honest, I paid the $74.99 for this game because the extra storage space I thought was going to be worth it. And honestly, the extra storage space is very important in this game, as I've already filled up mine. But if I had to take it back, I wouldn't have paid it. I would have just paid the $44.99 and built my character from the ground up. Because honestly, all the extra gear that I got starting at $74.99 is mostly gone. Mostly wasted. I lost a lot of gear the first couple times I played the game. With no tutorial and no real knowledge of what's going on, there's a good chance you'll lose it. Now, if you watch a lot of players, maybe watch some YouTube videos on how to play the game, you might have a better experience. The game is fun. It's a challenge. And killing someone in this game and actually making an escape, it's really fun and more rewarding than in other games. In Call of Duty, I kill 15 players in a round and I'm just like, I could have done better. In Escape from Tarkov, if I killed 2 players, actual players, I'm celebrating. Hell, I celebrate when I kill a player. But the game's got some work it needs doing. Dropping in a level 1 player against a level 40 player on a map is a problem. Some people might like the challenge, but I feel like there should be some level filtering for maps. And at the same time, they really, really need to implement some type of voice chat feature. You can search for party members when you're entering a level or entering a map, but there's no voice chat. And it's really, really easy to lose sight of a player who's playing with you. And if you're not dropping in at the same time, well, if you lose sight of your player and you don't know exactly what they look like, or they're dressed in pretty standard gear, you might confuse them with a scav or another player. And that might wind up causing you to kill them or allow you to be killed by an enemy. It's something that they've got to work on, something they've got to figure out. And if you're not willing to wait on them to figure it out, like you don't want to sit there and play through all of these issues, don't pick the game up until it's fully released. But if you think it's worth $74.99, $44.99, and you think that you can have fun playing through that, go for it. In my opinion, the game is fun. It's worth a shot. It's made me rage like no game I've ever played before. So that's my opinion on Escape from Tarkov. Yes, it's worth a damn, but it's not worth a whole lot. If that makes any sense to you. So, until next time, peace.